My name's Aidan Soupy. This video will tell you all about my research study to help you decide if you would like to take part. The name of the study is The Experiences of Primary Carers Living with Financial and Social Disadvantage of Speech and Language Therapy Services for Children in Their Early Years. In this study, I want to find out what parents or carers think about taking their child to speech and language therapy. It's important to hear the views of parents and carers who are living with financial and social disadvantage, so we can help make speech and language therapy services better for families living with disadvantage.
Why have I been invited to take part?
You're invited to take part in the research study if all of the following apply to you. You're a parent or main carer of a child. Your child is under 6 years old and is not yet in year 1 and does not have a condition that could affect their development, such as Down syndrome or autism. You've taken your child to one or more speech and language therapy appointments, or you've had a speech and language therapy appointment for your child by telephone or video call. And you're living with financial and social disadvantage. This could be low income or housing difficulties or other challenges in your life. If you're interested in taking part in the study, I'll ask you to confirm that all of those factors apply to you, but I won't ask you to give any details about your income or your living situation. I'm looking for up to 10 parents or carers to take part.
Do I have to take part?
No, it's up to you to decide if you want to take part. Take time to think about it and talk it over with your family if you wish.
What will I have to do if I take part?
If you decide to take part, you'll be asked to give your consent by signing a form or by saying that you consent to take part in the study. You'll be asked to have either 1 or 2 meetings with me. I'll ask you some questions about your experiences of your child being referred to speech and language therapy and about the appointment with the speech and language therapist. You can choose whether to have a one-to-one meeting with me, or you may be able to choose to meet in a group with other parents or carers if there are others who want to meet in a group. If you prefer, you can meet in a group first and then meet with me one-to-one.
What if I don't speak English?
If English is not your first or preferred language, I can book an interpreter for the meetings.
Where will I have to go for the meeting?
We'll agree a place to meet that is local to where you live and is convenient for both of us. This could be a room in your child's nursery or school, if the school agrees, or a room in a local community centre or library. If you prefer, I may be able to meet you at your home. If it's not possible to meet face-to-face, for example because of coronavirus, then we can arrange to have our conversation by telephone or video call. We'll follow the most recent advice about keeping safe from COVID-19. I'll talk with you about this when we arrange our meeting.
How long will the meeting take?
One-to-one meetings will last no longer than 1.5 hours. If this feels too long for you, then we can arrange to have 2 shorter meetings instead. If English is not your preferred language, we may need 2 meetings because talking through an interpreter takes longer. Each meeting will be no longer than 1.5 hours. Group meetings will be no more than 2 hours. We'll agree a date and a time that's suitable for both you and me. I will audio record our conversation so that I can listen to it again later and think about what you've told me. If there are parts of our conversation that I want to understand more about, and if you agree, I may contact you again within 3 months to ask you more about it. This would be by telephone or email. You can choose not to be contacted again if you prefer.
Are there any risks if I take part?
For some people, talking about their experiences can lead them to feel upset. If this happens, I will stop the meeting and give you a break. If you don't feel able to continue after a short break, we will end the meeting and I'll let you know about services that may be able to support you.
Are there any benefits if I take part?
The information you give will be valuable in helping to improve speech and language therapy services for other families like yours. If you decide to take part, you'll be offered a £20 supermarket voucher as a thank you.
What will happen to the results of the research study?
I'll write about the results of the study so I can share it with others who are interested in improving speech and language therapy services. I'll write a report and may also talk about it at conferences. I can share the results of the study with you by sending you a copy of the report, or if you prefer, I can arrange to speak to you individually or as part of a group about the results. I'll also submit a large report to Manchester Metropolitan University towards a degree, a PhD. I can let you know how to access this report if you wish.
Will the information I give you be confidential?
Your personal details, such as your name and telephone number, won't be passed on to anyone else and will be stored securely. This information will be safely destroyed at the end of the study. Only I will listen to the audio recordings of our meetings and I'll listen to them privately through headphones. When I'm writing up the results of the study, I will use information you told me about your experiences. This may include some of the words you used to talk about your experience. I will not include your real name, contact details, or the name of anyone else you mention in my reports. I will delete the audio recordings of our meetings when I've finished analysing the information you gave me. This will be no more than 12 months after our meeting. My written notes of our conversation will be kept until the end of the research study, which will be up to 4 years after our meeting. The notes will then be safely destroyed. In some rare situations, I would have to break confidentiality. If you should tell me that you or your child is being harmed or are in danger, I would need to tell an appropriate person, such as your child's teacher or safeguarding services. If this situation happens, I will tell you straight away that I need to break confidentiality.
Who has agreed that you can carry out this research study?
The study has been reviewed by an ethics committee at Manchester Metropolitan University and by my supervisors at the university. I've also worked with 2 parents who have financial or social challenges to develop the study. They have advised me on creating this video and on other aspects of the study.
What if I have other questions or want to make a complaint?
If you have any questions about the study, please contact me and I'll be happy to answer them. You'll find my telephone number and email address at the bottom of the participant information sheet. If you wish to make a complaint about the study, you'll find names and contact details of people who can help you with your concerns at the bottom of the participant information sheet. Thank you for watching this video and considering taking part in the study.